ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. We are reading from 4th Canto, chapter 44, that is the song, chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva, that is Rudra Gita. So, yesterday we completed this chapter, and along with this chapter, if we are using the small Srimad Bhagavatam set, the one book is also complete. So if there are any question, comments, we can discuss, or we can recite some of the shlokas, and then tomorrow we'll move to 25th chapter. Okay, so by the time any question comes up, so this book particularly, this is the 4th canto, part 3, right, that we are reading. First, the chapter is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Right. So the chapter 20 was Lord Vishnu's appearance in the sacrificial arena of Maharaj Prithvi. This is a very amazing. So the Supreme Lord was, satisfied, more satisfied with the unfinished sacrifice by Prithu Maharaj than the finished 99 ones, completed 99 ones. So this is a very big learning from this particular chapter. And then there are amazing verses in this chapter. So is there any question, comments we can discuss? Otherwise, we'll just go ahead with some shloka recitation. We'll see some very, very important shlokas of this booklet, because this book again we will revisit only after maybe 10 years. So till then. So we'll just go to the text 424, chapter 4.20.4. So this is Lord Vishnu is instructing, being very pleased with Maharaj Prithu. He instructs that if a personality like you, after so much advancement, because of Vriddha Sevaya, following the instructions of superior senior authorities and parampara, is carried away by Maya, then all your advancement will be considered simply a waste of time. Very, very, very strong, powerful, alarming kind of a verse it is. We'll recite this. Purusha yadi muhyanti
पुरुषाय
पुरुषाय
धीमहि
मह्यन्ति
त्वादृशादेव मायया
तादृशादेव
त्वादृशादेव
मायया
मायया
श्रम एव परं जातो
श्रम एव
श्रम
परं
एव
जातो
परं जातो
दीर्घया वृद्धसेवया.
दीर्घया
दीर्घया
सेवया.
वृद्धसेवया.
So this is a very beautiful verse. Next is the 9th verse in the same shloka, same chapter. So here the Supreme Lord said, "My dear King Prithu, when one is situated in his occupational duty and engages in my loving service without motive for the material gain, he gradually becomes very satisfied within." Okay, very amazing verse. This is entire Bhagavad Gita summarized in a beautiful way by the Supreme Lord. So we have to be engaged in our occupational duties, and we have to be smart enough that there are material gains are also taking care through that occupational duty, but one should not work for the occupation. One should not work for the material gain. This is a very important thing, right? So this is very beautiful Bhagavad Gita in Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll recite this. Yasvadharmena mam nityam
यस्वधर्मेण मां नित्यम्
दाशे श्रद्धयान्विताः
विलासी
श्रद्धयान्वितः
श्रद्धयान्विताः
शनकैस्तस्य
भजते शनकस्तस्य
कैस्तस्य
मनोराजन् प्रसीदति.
अनुराजन्
मनोराजन्
प्रसीदति.
प्रसीदति।
प्रसीदति.
So these are the beautiful verses. Many of these verses we have studied in, Bhagavad Manthan. So now we'll go to next chapter. Some verse from the next chapter will go. What a personality Maharaj Prithu was. Okay, so this is 4.21.15. And some personalities are all attractive from all sides, and Maharaj Prithu is like one of them. So extremely well qualified, extremely well behaved, and extremely beautiful even in the physical appearance, right? Of course, in devotional service we do not give focus on physical appearance, because our spirituality begins with you are not the body or the soul. But there are some personalities. Srila Prabhupada used to say, my spiritual master means Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He was extremely handsome personality, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Okay, so here it is, the beautiful verse describing the beauty of bodily features of Prithu Maharaj. Pramshu Pinayata Bhujo
प्रांशुपीनायतभुजो
गौरः कञ्जारुणे क्षणः
गौरः कञ्जारुणेक्षणः
सुनासः सुमुख सौम्यः
सुनासः
सौम्यः
सौम्यः
लीलासः सुद्विजस्मितः.
लीलासः सुद्विजस्मितः.
Translation.
King Prithu's body was tall and sturdy, and his complexion was fair. His arms were full and broad, and his eyes as bright as the rising sun. His nose was straight, his face very beautiful, and his personality grave. His teeth were set beautifully in his smiling face. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, this is Lakshana of a Mahapurusha, right? Very amazing personality, extremely beautiful. And then Bhagavatam goes on verses after verses describing, next is 20th verse, same chapter, describing the beautiful personality Maharaj Prithu was. So the way he was beautiful in his personality, the way he was beautiful in his qualities, the way he was beautiful in his, the dealings with everyone, and now the way he was beautiful in the speech. So these are the amazing qualities of Maharaj Prithu. Charu Chitrapadam Lakshanam
Chitrapadam Lakshmam
Mrushtam Gudam Avilklavam
Mrushtam Gudam Aviklavam
Sarveshamupakaraartham
Sarvesham Upakaraartham
Tada Anuvadaniva.
Tada Anuvadaniva.
Translation.
Maharaj
speech was
Yes,
very
go ahead. Go ahead, Mataji.
full of metaphor. Maharaj Prithu speech was very beautiful, full of a metaphorical language, clearly understandable and very pleasing to hear. His words were all grave and certain. It appears that when he spoke, he expressed his personal realization of the absolute truth in order to benefit all who were present.
Yeah, so these are the 7 qualities of Maharaj Prithu's speech. Maharaj Prithu's speech was very beautiful, full of metaphorical language, clearly understandable. Now, these are very contradictory things. Sometimes, when something is metaphorical, it is not very easily to be understood. But Maharaj Prithu, very pleasing to hear. His words were grave and certain. It appears that when he spoke, he expressed his personal realization of the absolute truth for upakarartham sarvesham, for the benefit of all other personalities. Okay, so this is how Maharaj Prithu was. Next we go 4.21.44. So some of the verses here describe the beautiful eyes of Maharaj Prithu, the beautiful uttari that he was wearing, right? And Bhagavatam just goes on and on. Bhagavatam is in love with Prithu Maharaj, the way personality Maharaj Prithu is. So we should have such ideals in our life, very highly dignified, great personalities, some towering personalities, right? These are like very towering personalities. Because whatever kind of ideals we have in front of us, we somehow or other end up emulating them consciously or unconsciously. So, when we keep the Bhagavatam personalities, the in front of us, we also, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, we may emulate such Bhagavatam personalities. And one such great personality is Maharaj Prithu. Very, very amazing personality, Maharaj Prithu. Of course, all personalities are like this. Later, we will come to see Maharaj Chitraketu. He is also same personality. What a personality Maharaj Chitraketu was. And when he becomes Asura, then his glory is like, multiplied millionfold. And who is that personality? When Chitraketu becomes Asura?
Vritrasura.
Vritrasura. Right. So then they are very soon going to approach Vritrasura. A very amazing person. So let's recite this verse. Gunayanam Shila Dhanam Krutadnyam
गुणाशीलधनं
शीलधनं
कृतज्ञम्
कृतज्ञम्
वृद्धाश्रयं संवृणुतेऽनुसम्पदः
वृद्धाश्रयं संवृणुतेनु सम्पदः
सीदतां ब्रह्मकुलं गवां च
प्रसीदतां ब्रह्मकुलं गवां च
जनार्दनः सानुचरन्त्यमह्यम्
जनार्दनः सानुशरश्च मह्यम्
Translation.
Whoever acquires, sorry, Mataji, go ahead.
Translation: whoever acquires the Brahminical qualifications, whose only wealth is good behavior, who is grateful, and who takes shelter of experienced persons, gets all the opulence of the world. I therefore wish that the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his associates be pleased with the Brahmana class, with the cows, and with me. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, whoever acquires the Brahminical qualification, whose wealth is good behavior, Gunayanam, Shiladhanam, Krutadnyam, whose wealth is good behavior. How we are behaving, very, very important. If people around us are just frustrated, right? And we may be having big wealth in our life, big marks in our life, or some big goal in our life. But how I'm behaving with people, right? So this is a very important question to understand. What vibe I give to people in general. So this is Gunayanam, Shiladhanam, Krutadnyam, Vruddhashrayam, right? Good behavior, one who is grateful, who takes shelter of the experienced person, Vruddhashrayam. gets all the opulence in the world. So the great opulence is not achieved by simply hard work. Hard work, you may achieve some accolades and some medals which are made up of some bronze, silver, and gold, which are anyway you are forgotten after that. If somebody is a school topper, how long one is remembered? Maybe one function, maybe two more, and then you are just like a new newspaper becomes a raddi the next day. Like that, you just become. So what I mean, what you are proud of, right? So we should be proud of. We should be having a very good behavior. Gunayanam, Sheelathanam, Krutadnyam, Vruddhashrayam. These are the qualifications which will give all the opulence of the world. Money is not opulence, right? Money is important, but it is not just the opulence. Many times the money is Chanchala, not Lakshmi. And therefore, Prabhupada writes here, therefore, wish that the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his associate be pleased with us, with the cows, and with me. This is Maharaj Prathu. Look at the personality. After having so many good qualities, he's welcoming the Chatush Kumar in this beautiful verse. Okay, so this is Maharaj Prathu. Now next we go. Then we come to the 22nd chapter where Prathu Maharaj is meeting with the Kumaras, and there he is such a knowledgeable personality, and still he is so eager to know. Right, that is the eagerness. Not that I know this, I have heard this. What's new in it for me? We don't practice Krishna consciousness for the newness, right? We practice Krishna consciousness for deeper realization than newer information. Not that we are always aspiring for new information. No, we practice Krishna consciousness for deeper personalized realization, right? So this is chapter 24, 22, and 22 chapter. It has very celebrated verse 4.22.39. This is the instructions of Chatush Kumar, especially Sanat Kumar ji, is concluding this instruction. Very famous verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yat pada pankaja palasha vilasa bhaktya karmashayam pratitayam udgrayanti santah tadvannariktamatayo yatayo viruddha sudoto ganastamarnam bhajavasudevam. Translation.
The devotees who are always engaged in the service of the toes of the lotus feet of the Lord can very easily overcome hard-knotted desires for fruitive activities. Because this is very difficult for non-devotees, the jnanis and yogis, although trying to stop the waves of sense gratification, cannot do so. Therefore, you are advised to engage in the devotional service of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Next verse is 4:22:50. So this verse, the verse which we just read, Yat pada pankaja palasha vilasa bhaktya. From translation, it may appear little highly philosophically oriented, and it is, but it is a very important verse which talks that devotees can very easily overcome the hard-knotted desires for fruitive activities, which is very difficult to overcome. People will do lifetime of uh, so-called religiosity and will never go beyond self-credit, self-aggrandizement, and many ye kiya, many wo kiya, will not go beyond that. So this is very amazing verse glorifying the devotional service to Bhaja Vasudevam. Now this is how Prithu Maharaj 4.22.50. How Prithu Maharaj he endeavor in his regular duties. Right. So we'll recite this verse. कर्माणिं च यथा कालं
कर्माणि
च यथा कालम्
यथा देशं यथा बलं
यथा
यथा
देशं
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 यथा
यथा
बलम्
यथोचितं यथोवित्तं
यथोचितं यथा वित्तम्
अकरोद ब्रह्म सत्कृतम्.
अकरोद ब्रह्म सत्कृतम्.
Translation.
Being self-satisfied, Maharaj Prithu executed his duties as perfectly as possible, according to the time and his situation, strength and financial position. His only aim in all his activities was to satisfy the absolute truth. In this way, he duly acted. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. 5 times the word yatha is used. Very amazing verse. If we understand this verse, all envy towards anybody else will go away. Karmani cha yatha kalam, as per the time. So as per the time, yatha desham, as per the desha, yatha balam, and as per personal bala, right? So somebody may be empowered enough to to spread Krishna consciousness in a big way. Somebody may be empowered enough to spread Krishna consciousness in a small way. Somebody may be Hanumanji in making Ramasetu. Somebody may be a small squirrel in making Ramasetu. But yatha balam. So we are happy for those who are doing great, and we want to continue whatever we can do, small things. Yatho chittam yatha vittam akorod brahma satkritam. So yatha vittam, as per one's financial capacities, and this is how one should be engaged in devotional service. Sometimes, when we become a little more settled devotee, there is always a chance to have a comparison. Their house is bigger than us, their deities are bigger than us, their car is bigger than us, their children are more intelligent than our children, or something like that. There is always a chance to compare, and this verse completely gives complete idea that how one should be. One should not be simply comparing whatever is given, awarded by the Lord. We want to engage it in Krishna's service. So next we come to the verse that is, next we come to 23rd chapter, where Maharaj Prithu goes back home, back to Godhead. He performed Adhyatma Yoga. So this is 4.23.9. And for a long period, he ruled the citizens. For a prolonged period, he ruled the citizens. And it is very important, So what happens is, all these personalities, their one particular incident is highlighted. So it is, the one particular incident of Prithu Maharaj chasing Mother Earth, Prithu Maharaj, performing 100 yagyas, and then forgiving Indra, and then receiving instructions from Chatush Kumar, having personal darshan of the Supreme Lord, offering prayers to him, beautiful prayers Maharaj Prithu offers. So these are highlight. But Maharaj Prithu is a life, entire lifetime. So he ruled for a prolonged period. And then how he ruled, and while ruling, how he practiced the Adhyatma Yoga is explained in this verse. Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan
Sanatkumaro Bhagavan
Yadahadhyatmikam Param Yogam Yittenaiva Purusham
Yogam Tenaiva Purusham
Abhajat Purusharshabha.
Abhajat Purusharbha.
Translation.
Thus, the best amongst the human beings, Maharaj Prithu, followed that path of spiritual advancement which was advised by Sanat Kumara. That is to say, he worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan, that he treated his spiritual master just like the Supreme Lord, representative of the Supreme Lord. Whatever was instructed by Sanat Kumarji, he followed as it is. Sanat Kumaro Bhagavan, Yadatha Adhyatmikam Param, he practiced the Adhyatma Yoga. And this is how Purusham Tat Purusham. This Purusha worshipped that Purusha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, while Maharaj Prithu is glorified, aptly so, Archie, Samradni Archie, was also equally qualified. So next verse is 4.23.19. So this is the amazing character and personality of Archie Maharani. So we'll just recite this. She is the Vibhinna expansion of Lakshmi ji. And, here it is. All glories to Maharani Archie. Archer Naam Maharatni Tatpatnya Anugatavanam
Tadhavanam
Sukumaryattadharha cha Yatpadbhyam Sparshanam Bhuvah.
Darshanam
Translation.
The queen, the wife of Prithu Maharaj, whose name was Archie, followed her husband into the forest. Since she was a queen, her body was very delicate. Although she did not deserve to live in the forest, she voluntarily touched her lotus feet to the ground.
Yeah. So, Archie Naam Maharatni, she is a Maharani Archie, followed Maharaj Prithu to the forest. Sukumaria, she was extremely delicate. Sukumari, right. Atat Arha means Arhati. Atat Arha means she did not deserve such a life in the forest, right. But still she followed. Yat padbhyam sparshanam bhava. Her feet never ever touched the bhumi, but now she voluntarily touched her lotus feet to the ground. Okay, it's a very amazing verse. So these are the Panchakanyas. We know that Panchakanya verse. These are the great personalities. Simply by remembering these personalities, one acquires huge devotional credits and pious punya activities also. And how she served Maharaj Prithu. Pleasure in the service, right? Pleasure in the service. This is a very important thing. Like, sometimes children have this idea. They want to love parents means they simply want to keep embracing the parents, especially the Gen Z, right? I mean, they are so much in Annamay Kosh and the bodily platform that they can express their love only with embrace and eating. So the real expression of love is the pleasure of the service, to please by one's behavior. That is real expression of the love. And here, Maharani Archie, she just, pleased. She, just describes this is how the children should please their parents. This is how the disciple should please the spiritual master. And this is how the husband and wife should offer service to each other. Okay. So, text 20. Same, okay, 4.23.20. अतीव भर्तुर्व्रतधर्मनिष्ठया शुश्रूषयाचार्षदेहयात्रया नाविन्दतार्ति परिकर्षितापि सा प्रेयस्करस्पर्शनमाननिवृत्तिः Translation.
Although she was not accustomed to such difficulties, Queen Archie followed her husband in the regulative principles of living in the forest like great sages. She lay down on the ground and ate only fruits, flowers, and leaves, and because she was not fit for these activities, she became frail and thin. Yet because of the pleasure she derived in serving her husband, she did not feel any difficulties.
Yeah, so pleasure by service. Ativa Bhartur. Ativa. Okay, very much. Bhartur. Vrata Dharma. Nishtaya. That, they had the Vrata Dharma. And Srila Prabhupada gives a beautiful example of Vishnu Priya Devi, consort of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was just 16-year-old when Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And from 16 to a very prolonged period, I think she lived for 90 till 96. For next 80 years, she just followed, Pati Dharma, Bhartur, Vrata Dharma Nishtaya. She was chanting the holy names, and after chanting one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Not one mantra, one round, 108 times. She used to just she used to count that round on the grain of rice and put that grain of rice aside. And how many such grains she chanted? God knows how many she chanted. That much she kept aside, and that handful of rice, the grains she cooked in the evening, offered it to deity of Mahaprabhu, and just accepted as prasad. So, Ativa Bhartur, Vrata Dharma Nishtaya. So, this is how Maharani Archi was also extremely qualified. And then this beautiful book continues. So, we will conclude here and continue tomorrow. We'll continue tomorrow with the remaining some of the verses, and then we are concluding with this 4th canto, 3rd chapter. Do you have any, if we have any discussion, please pick up the discussion, because generally we have no time for question answers in a daily this thing, and neither we can dedicate a day in a week or something like that, because but when we complete a chapter or when we complete a book, we spend some time for any discussion. So discussion around this or any other discussion is most welcome. Okay, so we will conclude here and continue tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.